So definitely not the typical car that we get in the shop here. Not talking about the fact that it's a BMW and an M8, of course, which I think is an incredible car. This is, I think, a 22. I have to double check. Maybe a 20. Anyway, when I say not the typical car we get in here, this one, the owner told me he usually buys used cars, 2-3 years old, drives them a little bit, flips them and gets on to the next one. Now this one, not typical to us, is how abused it looked when it came to us. And I'm not sure if the owner, our client, picked it up in a condition that he brought it in, and then, maybe decided that, or knew what he was buying and then thought he could have it paint corrected, it's ceramic coated, but that's what we did. But the car was, the difference, it's right now, it's so far from perfect, but compared to the way it came in, it's almost like a new car. But there are some imperfections that are so deep. I'm talking deep scratches, down to the metal and etc. So that's not something we could do much about, except for just touch them up a little bit. The wheels are also incredibly dirty, and dirty to the point where they would have to be cleaned properly. They would have to be cleaned with most likely a dry ice method. Man, this beeping drives me nuts. I happen to have the key in my pocket. But yeah, even the carbon fiber, the roof was badly beaten up, faded, scratches, etc. So that got cleaned up pretty nicely, but again, far from perfect. The interior got a regular cleaning. That wasn't horrible, but still, you could tell this car was driven before my client got it, was driven hard, and I think my client also uses it as a daily driver. I was shocked, actually, just when I was finishing up the interior. I looked at the mileage, and I saw that the car only has 36,000 miles. Now, if you look at the before video, the way the car came in, it's amazing that somebody did that within 36,000 miles of driving the car. Let me show you here the front of the spoiler. It cannot be polished out because look how faded. That's paint right there. That's how beat up that is by rock chips, etc. And if you look at the damage in the paint there, also the front and rear bumper 100% have been repainted. So those are far from the way the factory finish would have looked. But again, we did our best, did a paint correction, 2-step, and then ceramic coating. And then that's what the client wanted, and hopefully he'll be satisfied with it. And who knows, if he consistently buys used cars and drives them a little bit and flips them, hopefully he'll be happy enough with this one to where he'll bring the next one or next few. And I can only hope that every client always tells their friends, family, co-workers, etc. That's how most of our work comes in.